So tonight, when United Streetcar opened in Portland 6 years ago, they rolled out the first U.S.-made streetcars in 60 years.
But the company president tells the Washington Post, that United Streetcar is now in hibernation. Our Tim Becker spent the day digging. He joins us now with more on what's the deal with this.
Yeah, there were a lot of high hopes and great expectations for this company, and now we're left wondering if United will ever build another streetcar again. I talked with a couple people in charge there, and they tell me it likely will, but they'd need a big enough order to justify starting up operation again.
This project is a result of partnerships.
When United Streetcar's first vehicle rolled off the production line in 2009, it was praised from Portland to Washington, D.C.
The next generation of transportation is what we're looking at here.
Executives hope to sell 10 to 15 of the streetcars per year and create hundreds of jobs. If needed, the plant was capable of producing more than 20 per year. Instead, it has delivered just 18 cars in the last 6 years to 3 customers, the cities of Tucson, Washington, D.C., and Portland.
The last one we got just 2 weeks ago works great, so we're looking forward to seeing where this goes.
Portland Streetcar's Dan Bauer tells me this city system is the envy of many others around the country, and shared this graphic pinpointing where there's plenty of interest and potential demand for the vehicles built at the United plant. But the company's business is stalled right now, partly because they offer vehicles based on one primary design.
So part of the issue, what we're seeing is every city has a little bit different demands, different block sizes, different street widths. Some are handling mobility devices different than others.
The people in the industry who are buying streetcars know just how complex of a process it is.
United Streetcar President Kevin Clark tells me the company has a lot invested in the existing design and that new design costs are prohibitive. Another executive, Corey Iragian, says they've lost bids more recently on orders for 12 cars in Dallas, Cincinnati, and Seattle because those cities wanted new design vehicles. And right now, they don't have any new requests for proposals.
With no requests out there right now for streetcars, this probably is a good business decision to kind of put that on hold and just think about, what we're going to focus on as a core company.
Now, President Kevin Clark, who, by the way, is leaving the company at the end of the week, he told me today, tells me that the building isn't sitting idle. Oregon Iron Works is the parent company for United Streetcar, and they've repurposed that building for other production. Everybody's working. There's still a lot of workers there. But they also wanted to point out the 12 bids that they didn't get for streetcar projects have not yet been filled or delivered on by those other companies that won those bids with Seattle and Dallas and Cincinnati.
Well, I remember the first line was $50 million, and a lot of critics were thinking, how many buses you could buy for $50 million, and they're not dedicated. They can go anywhere you want, so I wonder if other cities are realizing that.
That's all up in the air right now. There's so much out there in terms of these other cities and their interest, and they're finding out the actual startup costs are a whole different thing. Again, that's part of why the requests for orders is just not there right now.
So interesting. So many layers to that story, too. Tim, thank you.
Yep.